The French Coastal Fleet is the latest tree added to the game. If you're considering grinding it, whether as a new player or a confirmed one, this guide will hopefully help you decide if it's worth spending your time on it or not. To start off, we have rank 1, where 5 boats are available for you to research. The VTB-8 is the starter boat you'll get upon starting the tree. Equipped with a twin 7.7mm Darn Model 1902 machine gun at the front and two 1909 air torpedoes, its equipment is fairly lacking even for a reserve boat. The Darn machine guns don't deal a whole lot of damage, and with 150 rounds in each magazine, as well as a 5.2 seconds reload with an ace crew, the overall damage output is quite lacking. 1909 air torpedoes are, on the other hand, relatively average. With a speed of 61 km/h, they are not the fastest, but they are also far from the slowest. As for the range, 2 km is decent, especially at this battle rating. The explosive mass is the lowest of the reserve torpedoes, but 144 kg is still enough to send whatever you manage to it back to the hangar. In terms of mobility, the VTB-8 is a rather quick boat with a top speed of 89 km spaded. As for armor, it is on the sturdier side, with a wooden hull 40mm thick and a 15mm thick wooden superstructure. It can take some hits, but with everything you'll face having much better firepower, don't rely too much on this armor. Overall, the VTB-8 is a rough start to the tree. The low damage output isn't ideal for starters, but it doesn't change the playstyle of the low-rank coastal. Zip around the map and shoot everything you see. Just don't expect to regularly top your teams and things will be alright. The VTB-9 is the exact same boat, but with premium bonuses. However, I wouldn't really recommend getting it. It can only grind the first 2 ranks and it isn't an amazing grinder, all things considered. Maybe if you're a collector, but I would recommend waiting for sales. The VTB-14 is virtually identical to the VTB-8, with the only differences being a slightly bigger superstructure, meaning slightly heavier weight, 3 less crew members, and the machine guns being put on top of the superstructure. And the torpedoes are now inside the hull at the back. Other than that, same mobility, same armor, same armament, and same lackluster performances. The VTB-11 shares a lot with the previous boats. Like the VTB-14, its gunner sits on top of the superstructure. The main difference here is the torpedoes. Instead of the 1909 air, the VTB-11 gets the 1906V. Its only difference with the 1909 air is the speed, with an increased top speed of 81 km/h. Other than that, the torpedoes are identical. As for the rest of the boat, same machine guns, same mobility, same armor, so nothing different. Unlike the previous boats, the VTB-13 is the first decently competitive boat you get. At 1.3, it upgrades the VTB-14, replacing the torpedoes with a 20mm Oerlikon Mark II autocannon. If you're looking to speed up research, I'd recommend putting a Talisman on it, as it is only 50 Golden Eagles more than buying the VTB-9, and you'll be much more effective with it. And unlike the previous 3 boats, it is also slightly faster. Its top speed is now 94 km spaded, compared to the 89 of the other boats of the rank. Compared to the previous boats, this one doesn't feel like a burden to play. It is the first real upgrade you get, so I would recommend researching it as early as possible. If you're looking to bring some closer support alongside your boats, the French Air Tree is quite lacking around this battle rating. Not a single plane in that rank of the tree can carry torpedoes. However, if you're willing to use bombs, the V156F might be an option with a pair of either 50 or 100 kg bombs. However, if you're lucky enough to own the Latécoère 289D, it makes for an effective cast option, having the possibility to carry a 1906DA torpedo, which is virtually identical to the 1906V. The first rank of the French coastal tree is quite the tedious start, as it suffers from a lack of firepower. You might not be able to get a ton of kills, but you'll at least get plenty of assists. At this rank, however, research is still quick, so you will quickly leave behind this difficult start, as rank 2 is a bit more enjoyable to play. But that is the topic of the next video. I hope you enjoyed this short guide, and if so, consider giving it a like and subscribing to this channel. Until next time, have fun and take care.